Before we get into the video, we want to let our viewers know that we have an open link on Binance where you and your friends can get to trade crypto at 5% off your trading fees. How can you become a part of this? Simply sign up on Binance by clicking the link in the video description. If we're looking at some of the laudable tokens to take off the ground any time from now, XRP tops that list. It remains a strong force despite its recent struggles. The turnout of the year has seen other cryptocurrencies hit new strides in their all-time high ratings. Though not all of them have been able to sustain the peak of their surges, XRP is a gold mine waiting to be unraveled. Others would question its viability, but it has existed for more than 8 years, while many other cryptos have come and gone. True XRP holders would never get tired of the anticipation for the massive rise in its fortunes, which is looking even more likely. Of all the coins on the crypto market index, it's shown the strongest consolidation, even though a move upside seems somewhat repressed. We are hopeful of a corresponding movement that will shake things up, and then XRP can show 'em who's boss. The long ties with Ripple are gradually being shaken down, and XRP will benefit from it in the long term. The manner in which the SEC has been monitoring and managing the lawsuit is somewhat haphazard. It's not being handled with the degree of maturity you'd expect from a federal agency. It appears as if they've dug the pit a bit too deep and they're caught right in it. People would expect such an agency to at least have the decency to walk into such a high-profile case with investor hopes at stake with more preparedness. The entanglement of the SEC and Ripple is the one ultimately dragging down XRP, and the case seems to be looping in Ethereum as well. We'll discuss that later in the video, but right now it's worth mentioning that XRP is getting out of this mess as soon as possible and will be waiting on the other end. You're watching Make Money Online, and today we'll discuss the huge news predicting XRP taking off, and we'll also consider the arguments that prove that Ripple could win the lawsuit with clear reasons based on the information going around. We'll also highlight the latest XRP price predictions and discuss up-to-date technical analysis of charts and how we can benefit from the current price trends. If you're watching a video for the first time on this channel, you can watch some of our previous videos to learn more. Don't forget to like the video and hit the subscribe and notification button so you can get notified every time we post more interesting videos. XRP's price has set an antecedent for being the longest in consolidation above support levels, from what we've seen in the past few days. The coin remains stable within the 40 to 50 cents range. A strong resistance seems to be located just above this price range, with the coin particularly testing the limit at 50 cents a few times on the intraday charts, and failing to make a breakout above it. Skepticism doesn't cut it anymore, with the massive sell-off and vain pump and dumps that plague the coin at some point. XRP holders are looking for the coin to break this jinx as it hopes to rise above the resistance and set itself on the way to break others. On the surface view, we see the establishment of resistances at previous high levels. For instance, there are two resistance levels established at the 45 to 65 cents range. The two resistances are about 10 cents apart, with the first one at 50 cents, while the second resistance is set at its February high of 63 cents, both of which are placed just below the third resistance, which is its November 2020 high of about 72 cents. Above this is, of course, the heavy resistance established at $1. The last resistance is set at a much higher level, which is its all-time high of about $3.84. Word in the mill is that if the coin is going to break this peak resistance, it's going to be in one fell swoop. While it may take a few pecks and hammering at lower levels, it's expected to be a breeze by the limit of the all-time high and establish a new all-time high. Other cryptos have reached new all-time highs as well, not excluding Dogecoin, Cardano, and Ethereum, among other altcoins that followed the trend of Bitcoin. It's about time that we see XRP go to its own all-time high, and we feel the conditions right now sort of fit the picture for the crypto. The push for clarity in the Ripple SEC case is coming to a head, with Ripple making a decisive move to seek a dismissal of the allegations against its top executives, Chairman Chris Larsen and CEO Brett Garlinghouse. In addition, the SEC has also come under the scope, with John Deaton, a renowned attorney, suing the SEC in a motion of XRP holders versus the SEC, a case which the SEC has pushed for dismissal on the grounds that XRP has not been declared to be a security yet. It seems to be an indication that the SEC itself is not sure of the regulatory status of the crypto yet. Thus, it's denying the fact that it's responsible for the losses the attorney claimed the XRP users had lost since the onset of the lawsuit. This is baffling because it is the regulatory fears that sparked the massive delisting that saw many investors sell off the crypto at a loss. The SEC claimed to be oblivious to these effects as it hasn't declared the token a security. You ask, what exactly is going on then? The SEC seems to be caught in a web it spun by itself. What's more interesting is the clarifying facts which the SEC frantically tried to cover up when the Ripple councils asked that Ethereum be looked into as well. Why did Ethereum become a point of focus in this case? Well, as argued by the council, the Ethereum network is similar to the Ripple network, with its own pre-mined crypto asset, and it's pretty much run in the same manner as XRP. The SEC came out last December to claim that Ethereum, alongside Bitcoin, are not securities. How does Ethereum escape the same charges that were levied against XRP? It can be viewed as nothing more than a desperate move by the regulatory body to trim down the cryptocurrency market influence. It is understandable. After all, XRP had managed to sustain itself as the third largest cryptocurrency by market cap in the world, and maybe they saw something we didn't, and they thought to cut the dream short. This move underlines the fact that the crypto world might be way out of the league of the SEC. The enforcement move by the agency has seen furious reprimand from experts at securities law, as it is baseless and it's deemed a direct attack on the entire US crypto market. Also, the agency seems to be neglecting the regulatory clarity offered by the US Treasury Department over XRP, as the agency deems XRP to be a security. The SEC has given no care for the interest of US citizens that have investments in XRP. The nation is also standing out among other countries, as they've all no problem with XRP and view it as a currency rather than a security. In the foreseeable future, the repeated push of this kind of enforcement move can force literally all crypto companies and blockchains outside the US, thereby causing the country to regress in its development. Honestly, this should not be happening in a country touted to have the world's largest financial market, especially with rivals now coming up in Asia, the UK, and other parts of Europe and the world at large. Technically, in the last week, XRP had a low-volume down move, bringing the price of XRP to 44 cents from the 48 top where it was at the beginning of the week. The price action suggests to us that this is a consolidation, and the next move should be a move to the upside. Potential target for this move is the resistance set at 64 cents, and there we will see if it breaks to the upside or if it's going to make one more downward move. In the event of an extended rally, XRP could test resistance at 65 cents before any pullback. The second major resistance sits at 62 cents. Failure to avoid a fall through the 55 cents pivot would bring the 23.6 fib of 53 cents and the first major support level at 52 cents into play. However, one possibility is to continue to the downside without moving up, reaching the support area of 35 cents per XRP. A win for Ripple looks more realistic by the day, and it could be the desired spring in its step that will enable XRP to actually break through its all-time high and set a new target. Moving into 2021, we could see the coin hit as high as $2.50 altogether and achieving a mean price of $5 further into 2021. We hope you enjoyed this video, and if you did, please give it a thumbs up, subscribe, and click on that notification bell so you can get updates whenever we post new videos. What are your thoughts on XRP? Let us know your answers in the comment section below, and while you're here, go ahead and click on one of the videos on your screen. Also, don't forget to take a peek in the description space and click the link to become one of the lucky beneficiaries of the Binance 5% off trading fee. Just sign up with the link included in the description. See you next time.